This On, Season 7, Episode 43, where we watch Deep Fake Love. And I know what my limits are, but I came to play. I'm Chris Lorenz.
What are we here for? To test ourselves or shoot adult movies? This is Noah Singer.
Bienvenidos a la Sala Blanca. Me llamo Falso a Max.
Oh, bueno.
We watched Season 1, Episode 1 of this show. It's on Netflix. But last week, we watched Secret Chef on Hulu, and we put a poll on Twitter, and you guys thought it was a top third show. So tell us what you thought about this show on our poll on Twitter at Who Put This On. Noah, what was this show?
Deepfake Love is an innovative format in which 5 couples face deepfake technology, an artificial intelligence technique that modifies images, forcing them to differentiate what is real and what is not. In Netflix's new reality show, produced by Curazo Producciones, 5 couples will test their relationships and their trust with a prize of 100,000 euros at stake. That's Deepfake Love on Netflix.
I just want to give a warning to people that are attempting to watch the show. It's very mean. It's like might be one of the meanest reality shows I've ever seen. It's
like one of the least ethical things we've ever watched.
Yeah. For sure.
It's interesting. We're on a mean streak because The Big D was the meanest show we've ever watched, and now I'm really conflicted. I think it's this show now.
This show is 100% way more mean.
100% way worse.
Temptation Island was also a show I thought was really mean.
Sure.
But at least people that showed up to that show, I feel like they were they knew what show they were getting into. Mm-hmm. So
the format of the show is very similar. Take it away.
The thing we need to talk about is just okay, we tell you the show's called Deepfake Love, and you're like, what does that even mean? Like, are you dating people and they deepfake them so you could figure out if you love them no matter how they look? See, that seems like a good idea. Well, let's do that. It's kind of like the Beast show or whatever we watched. No, it's Temptation Island. So you have 5 couples, you split them up, you put them with a bunch of singles, and then you show them clips of what they're doing. But the clips are real or fake.
Or a mixture.
Or you don't know if it's real or fake. And it's just that's I just don't understand why you'd ever do that. I don't care if this video is real or fake. If you see your significant other making out with somebody else, that's going to be emotional roller coaster no matter what. And they didn't even the show is called what?
Falso Amor.
So it's
false love.
Yeah. So you might, they didn't even tell them the first time they saw the clips that the clips could be real or fake in the edit. So they definitely acted like they didn't know they could be fake.
No. Definitely.
When they revealed that they didn't know this gimmick, that was holy shit moment for me.
Yeah. I can't believe they let 5 people watch these, or all of them watch the videos and then let them get all raged up. And it's just kidding.
And each of these videos has faked in their partner making out with somebody or disappearing into a bedroom and closing the door. It's heavy stuff. It's insane.
Yeah. The end of the episode is this guy just freaking out. He's well, I'm single now. Literally he says I'm single now at the end of this episode. And because he has no idea these videos can be fake or not. And we know the video of his significant other making out with somebody else is fake.
Yep.
They showed us some fake clips during the episode.
So we don't know the premise the producers pitched. We know they definitely didn't pitch as deep fake technology, and you're gonna have to guess. But I'm assuming they did pitch Temptation Island in Spain.
It's in the Dominican Republic. But
Dominican Republic?
Yeah, but it's Spanish people. Those people are from Spain. All the stuff's in Spain, but it's filmed in the Dominican Republic.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought they were talking about different places they lived in Spain. So I was wait, I got it. Yeah. So I even though the deepfake piece is really screwed up, if you're signing up for Temptation Island with your partner, or who you're saying is your partner, quote unquote, right? Just like, you're kind of already going into the game, right? Like, what you're getting into.
Yeah.
So yeah, the only reason to be on the show is you're about to break up with you want to break up anyway, and having fun in the Dominican Republic with a bunch of single people sounds like a great idea.
I mean, I'm going to push it further. They're not real couples, right?
You don't.
Like,
I feel like you'd have to get some really good actors.
Like, people would call them out on social media or whatever.
It's
and
just a
there would be
lot
whole
easier
blue-
to find
real
couples than it
couples.
is to find people
Yeah.
to fake couples.
that's fair. That's definitely
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
Because I think that when you watch a movie and you see some acting and you're like, oh, there's definitely difference between good acting and bad acting. And I didn't really get a lot of like acting going on in the show,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I could see that, but it's like you just kind of wonder, like, what type of couple goes on a Temptation Island show, right? Like they said a lot, like, I want to test my relationship and see how. Like, who wants to test their relationship?
Right.
Like who does that? Come on.
Temptation
People-
Island did a way better job of explaining people why they'd go on this show.
Well, no, Temptation Island was very much similar. Like, oh, I want to put it to the test before we get married or something. No, the people who go on the show, both of them want more followers, and they'll do whatever they can.
Right. Or they have an open relationship, right? And it's like, yeah, totally, right? We need like a little
Sure.
beat, would be fun, and that's great. Like, but I think just most people probably don't have that type of relaxed relationship mentality. It's really hard.
I mean, like everyone that got on the show, like, so they were like, okay, I guess this is the format, like part of the show. So they come in, all five of them, all five couples come in, and they explain what the show is, and then they're given 1 minute to say goodbye to their like significant other, and all the women are crying. Like every single one of them is crying, and it's like you just know that like those relationships are done. Like you're crying because this is just over.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it is even on there. Like there were definitely some people that moved real quick with the temptators.
Yep.
The temptresses. I don't know.
It may just be the edit. I don't know.
Yeah. That's really true. That's really true.
Yeah, we didn't actually like. I mean, the thing is when we say, the producers didn't tell them it could be fake or real, which, that's a producing thing to do that makes this show mean.
But no,
Right.
the way they reacted, when they reacted, they were like complaining about, why did you let me watch that video?
Yeah, exactly. And the other things they're doing is like making them play like hot games, like 7 minutes in heaven and like
Yeah.
truth or dare and like
Right.
Jello body shots and shit. It's just like stuff that they can like, is fun because you're drinking and will make it look like bad. It's like stuff you shouldn't be doing,
Yep.
So it's just the producers know exactly what they're doing.
Oh yeah. I mean, they really pushed the game. Like they pushed the game to get people involved, and I mean, there's a point where you feel bad, and I don't know. I'm really cross because like they are signing up for Temptation Island. Like I don't.
No, I agree with you that like it's like you're definitely signing up to be on a reality show. You should have no sympathy for these people, but the producers really turned that knob up to 11.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah.
They took it about as far as they can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, they've created a show called, Fake Love or whatever, which then the English producers are like, this better name for this is definitely Deep Fake Love.
Yeah.
Like they're using some crazy deepfake technology to like make it just do the meanest thing I've ever you could do to anyone. I think one of the meanest things you could ever do.
Oh yeah. It's I don't even know how to explain. It's like, yes, it is ridiculously mean.
So, no, you can take that with what it is as we go through the rest of the episode. We'll talk about what's going on. We got let's go through some of the couples, and got any minutia about them, you can bring them up. We got Manuel and Aida. They live in Granada. They've been together for a year and a half, and they focused a lot on this couple because they had the fake makeout scene with Aida, which is the woman, and there's Manuel had like a fake like groping in the pool.
Yep.
Like he was groping somebody that was fake. Unclear how to say that. There's some fake touching going on in the pool.
Yeah, and I think we should explain like how they did the deep fake. So what they do is they hire actors to recreate the scene after it happens, and then they use the technology to do like a face-off type thing. So they put the other person's face. So like if you pay attention to the person's body type, there are definitely some like giveaways. But that's basically not even basically, that is what they're doing to create the deep fake.
Yeah. And then the only thing I wrote about these people was Manuel is wearing mermaid pants. It's like these skin tight pants that like look like mermaid print.
Yeah, he's like the Deep.
I was thinking more Aquaman, but the Deep, sure. That's a harder reference, I think, to get. Then we got Javi and Paula. They've been together for 9 years. And their ultimate dream is to move to Australia together.
Yep.
I feel like Paula moved pretty quick.
I could not keep track of anybody on the show because there
so
were too many people.
Too many. Yeah, way too many.
Yeah, it's 10. You got 10 people. Okay, they're couples. You can kind of associate them as couples. No, you split them up. So now they're by themselves. So you're like, oh no, how am I going to run these 10 people? Then they add another like 8, like another 16 people, and you're like, oh my god,
it's insane.
There's like no way.
Anyway, back to name.
We got
Paula.
Paula. I got nothing about any of these people. I got Paula. Her next couple is Gabrielle and Angel. Been together for 5 years. Call themselves the perfect couple.
Yep. Angel. Yep.
Got to have one of those on every show.
Then we got Issa and Ruben. They've been together for 8 months. Ruben declares their connection as truly magical, which is why he proposed.
Truly magical.
And then we got Ramon and Alejandro. They've been in their dreamy relationship for nearly 5 years.
Ooh.
So I've pulled these off some random websites. So
no, you got it.
Got some fun flourishes. Yeah, so those are the couples. We meet them. One of them is in a gay relationship, like they're a gay couple.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting to have like a house where with a bunch of singles, but like there's a gay couple. So then you have got gay people and like straight people. And like, it just seems like
maybe they can get bi guys to cover their bases.
Yeah, that's what I said during the episode. I was like, are these guys bi now? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it definitely throws her off.
There definitely seemed to be like one gay guy flirting with another gay guy in the episode itself. But again, who knows? Like, I don't know who they are, who was doing the makeout. So they split them up, the couples up, but not like guys, girls, just like couple guys, couple girls. And some of them go to Mars and some of them go to Venus, like different villas, as they called it. And then they like play drinking games and like flirt all day.
Yeah.
It seems like. And then they go into the Blanco house. I don't know.
The white room.
The white
room.
the Sala Blanco.
They go to the White House. And they have to sit in the chair of truth.
Yep.
Which
chair
I feel like that's a terrible name for this.
Yes.
But whatever. And they watch clips of their significant other like making out and then they go through all 5. We sit there watching all 5, which is like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, guys, like I don't need to see all 5 of these. And then they're told if it was like that some of these were fake and not real.
And they lose their minds.
Yeah. And then they like kind of go back to the house for a little bit. We see one set, we see Venus or whatever, and they go back to the house and like talk about it a bit. And then they start showing Mars. We see one of them, and then that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, that's about it.
The other minor, I mean, not minor. The other minutia here is that there's 100,000 euros on the line.
Yeah.
And the winner is the one that guesses whether the clips are real or fake the best. So like it doesn't matter if you're still a couple at the end of this. Unclear who gets the 100,000 if it's just like one or the couple themselves.
Yep.
I can't imagine any relationship is going to make it through this. Like, we should probably put some bets on that, I think.
Any relationship? Oh, I think none of them.
I don't know. I can't imagine a relationship making it through this.
It's definitely hard.
It's like if you took 5 random couples off the street, sure, why not? Some will make it because, like, you know, some people have more trust, some people have less trust. I believe a random couple, there's going to be some people that'll make it, but like these 5 couples picked to be on this reality show, so that they've put their stuff in. They're like ready to be on this kind of reality show. I don't know what they were told, but like they're picked for like they've all seem very emotional. Like they're all like ready to go fight.
But again, this is before they knew it could be fake. I think every week they will be very suspicious of the presented video. They will not get the same reaction out of week 2 or 3.
Okay. All right. So we got, there's 5 couples max.
Yeah.
How many couples are going to be together?
3.
3. You think 3?
Yeah.
That's a big bet.
Yep.
All right, Noah, you can't pick 3.
Yeah, no, I don't think 3. I'm tossed between 1 and 2. I'm gonna go 2 because I think once they know, the deepfakes aren't that good. Now, this is the trick there, though. They only show the deepfake once, right? So you can't and you don't have control over like the speed you're watching, and also they put them in the chair of truth, which is like very clearly like far away from the screen they're showing.
Yep.
I think
you can't do some deep analyzing of the video.
Right. You can't get the deep analyzing, but like I think people in the beginning are going to be like, I'm done, right? And maybe they really do truly slip up, but then they'll kind of get the hang of it. And so I'm going to go with 2. I think 2 make it out. But
I'm
they're
glad
go
you didn't say 1, because then I would have probably had to say 0. So I'm going to go with 1. I'm not sure what kind of bet we should make on this. I don't know. Because we watch we can't be like, oh, the winner gets to pick the next show. It's like,
what about,
we already watched a lot of garbage.
What if whoever wins gets 100,000 euros?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
There you go. You got to go fight the winner of the show for their 100,000 euros.
Yeah. 100,000 euros. Who doesn't want 100,000 euros? I mean, we've had a lot of beers to drink over the years on bets. So, we can just add it to that list,
Sure. A shotgun bet.
Yeah.
The losers have to shotgun.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good.
Sure. Why not? We got nothing in to do with that.
Yeah.
So the visual effects is done by Ohine Obis. I'm not even into this. Some sort of company. Never mind. Ignore me.
Okay.
I can't.
What is your take on their visual effects?
I don't know. I was just looking at their IMDb Pro account.
I mean, I think it might be time to talk about the host.
I don't know who it is.
Oh, I know.
Figure that out.
It's Raquel Sanchez Silva.
And why do we know her?
We don't know her, but her husband died within a year of getting married, and the husband's family thinks she did it.
Whoa.
Oh, scandal.
Whoa. What did she
What?
do?
What do you mean?
Like,
I mean, so it looked like a suicide, and they think,
man,
oh, she staged it.
was he really
Oh.
rich or something?
I think he was an Italian TV presenter.
Ooh, okay. Huh.
So crazy.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like no information on IMDb for this show, including IMDb Pro.
Did
Well,
you look at Falso Amor?
No, I just looked at Deepfake Love. Okay. I'm not the internet corner here. I can only go so far.
Yeah.
I just assume IMDb would be good enough to link those if that was the case. But
Right.
maybe not. Maybe not.
No, like even when Googling this and going in the corner, there's not too much. Like people aren't on the show. Like people don't care about it.
Can I read you a selection of IMDb user review titles? 1
Sure.
out of 10 stars. Terrible show. This is everything wrong with human beings. 3 out of 10. Well, this wins the prize for worst show. 1 out of 10. Cruel. 1 out of 10. I wish there was an option for 0 stars.
There you go. The thing is, it has 5.1 on IMDb, so it's not like people don't hate the show.
Yeah.
No.
I just think the haters like us are vocal. Like we're gonna be the ones that like hate on the show.
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah.
couple.
I agree.
I got a couple quotes
yeah.
we can go through.
Let's do it.
I don't remember who said all these. So somebody said, "I've never had a Leo in my life. Leos are so cool,"
They are. They're very cool.
as in the astrological sign Leo. I was
Yep.
like, okay. So we see Mars first, and then we go to Venus, and our friend VJ was in the room, and he was like, "Man, this group isn't as attractive as the other one." He's like comparing how attractive the groups were, and I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And and then I said, "I know what my limits are, but I came here to play," which is such a weird thing to say in this kind of show. It's like, what are you playing? Like, what is this play?
Yeah,
Like, are
I
you
don't
playing
really
the
know.
field? Like, if you're supposed to be in a relationship, you're not supposed to be playing the field.
Right. Yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't really
understand the mentality of the people in this show for sure.
Yeah. There was one quote I didn't choose. I'm looking back at my notes, but like someone was saying, well, I think it was one of the gay guys. It's like, oh, if there's chemistry, we could. Oh no, it's the temptator talking to the gay guy. If there's chemistry, we could hug, kiss, smell each other. I don't think I've ever said that to anyone. Like, have you guys ever asked to smell someone?
All the time. That was my move. That's why it didn't happen.
I've asked somebody to smell me, but more of a, do I need a deodorant check?
Yeah.
That wasn't
Not
a,
in
hey, come
yeah.
smell my musk.
No.
You want my musk.
There was a, I need a second opinion. I think I'm fine.
But you never asked a woman if you could smell her.
No.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to emphasize before we go to questions. This show, I agree, is very cruel with the IMDb. It's so cruel.
Yep.
So let's get into some questions. Who's the worst human being? And I think we all know the answer to that. Max, who is it?
Aida, for making out with that guy.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the producers for making her look like she was making out with that guy.
Nah, Mel Brooks is innocent.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah. I think you gotta go producers, but like there's a lot of things done in this show. Like even the gay guy, like the one who like fell pretty quickly to the temptator. That was a real quick fall.
Yeah, I mean everyone was real quick to like kind of be flirty. They like were into these games.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't tell you a single person that wasn't like into the games, but there's so many people who knows like who we didn't see do what, Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like all throughout watching the show, I just kept thinking, is this an outcome of the writer's strike? And I know that would be really quick. But
No.
Netflix got a quick cycle going. Like, why are they? It's
But
I
this
don't know.
is like the deep fake part. You can't just like throw this on. You can't just like make this in
No.
like a day.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. No, they have a pipeline of at least like 6 months of content.
Yeah.
Reality
you're
TV
right.
content, I'm sure they got a huge
Probably
pipeline
more.
for sure.
Yeah.
Plus, they probably have all sorts of shows that they just canceled in the first place that they can resurrect if needed.
Yeah.
So, would this show be better as a Quibi or a TikTok? And I would say yes,
I'm not sure how it'd work.
because there'd be less of the show. And that would
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just for that benefit, sure. I'm trying to think if there's like an angle, but nah.
I do think that the show would be better is if like, so they show these clips, right? In the middle of the episode, they'll show a clip and be like, this is how it works. And they showed us like on the right hand side of the screen, the real shot, and the left hand side, the fake shot.
Mhm.
At the end, when they're showing the video to the other people, that's all I wanted was the real shots on the right and the like fake shots, the things they see on the left.
Yeah,
So like,
agreed.
I want to be behind the curtain. I want to know what's real and fake.
Yeah.
I don't want to guess with the people. Like, that's so fun.
I bet you. So in the next episode, it looks like they're going to introduce a thing where you have to guess if it's real or fake.
That's how they determine who wins
And
the money.
I bet you if it is fake, they will show you that it's fake.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
The other thing I had as my notes is like, I don't even think they need the deepfakes part of the show. Like, there's no part of me that thinks that they needed a deepfake part. Just like show the clips. They're not good.
They just wanted to make it even worse, honestly.
Yeah. They got the spice in there,
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, otherwise it'd be literally exactly Temptation Islands, which is
but
fine.
you wouldn't have Chris Hansen, so it's different.
It's true.
I mean, how many different
Give
versions
a murderer instead, potentially accused.
It's like, how many different versions of like Bachelor are there in how many different countries? It's just Bachelor in a different country.
Yeah.
Do Temptation Island in Spain. Why not?
So I have a question. So these scenes where they film actors sort of in the same general scenario, where are they filming that? Because it has to be like the same time of day. Do they have a clone of both of these villas elsewhere in the same orientation?
Interesting. Yeah. They must do it in the middle of the night, right?
Well, one
no,
they
it
did
has to
during the middle of
match
the day, and the one they did at night.
So are they like just taking all the contestants and shutting them in a room for like 10 minutes while they can film this stuff?
Maybe their technology is good enough that they don't have to be the exact same time.
I don't know, man.
You could easily be like, hey, everyone in the villa for like an hour while we do some filming outside.
Yeah.
And then at night, like, obviously everyone's in bed and you're not allowed to like leave or whatever. Like, they're controlled by the producers. The producers need some time to make some shots. They can get the time to make some shots for sure. Like, that's not
sure. It's just weird that you got to shut them in a room for like an hour a day.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Whatever.
So what do you love about this show? Max, what do you love about this show?
I do love how just shamelessly awful it is. It truly doesn't care that it's just cruel, and I gotta kind of appreciate it for that,
Yeah.
Noah, what do you love about the show?
The gratuitous cruelness. Love about it.
That's a valid answer.
Well, all right. So
I
what I love about the show is I think that the casting is done really well. I think everyone feels like they're in a relationship and they know they're going to go through some shit and they're ready to like go through some shit. I don't know. They just like, it feels, I just like the casting. So that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Noah doesn't love anything about the show.
Yeah, I don't think I love anything about the show. I'll say this. The accommodations given looked very nice.
You know what? I like it.
You love the
It's
set dressing.
Yeah.
It's a reach, but I like it.
Yeah, that it was very nice. I'd like to live there.
All right, so we got to get to some drinking rules. We're gonna need some drinking rules for this show, for sure.
Yes.
Let's see. Anytime you suspect a video is fake, take a drink.
Yep.
Noah.
Yep. Anytime someone is conflicted, take a drink.
Max.
Anytime somebody starts tearing up, take a pickleback.
Okay,
Ooh,
make sure you have
pickles.
that handy.
I love picklebacks.
Anytime you're like that, you would consider that cheating. Take a drink.
Does it have to be real or?
This is like not when they're showing the real or fake clips. Like when
Okay.
they're just showing what's going
Okay.
on in the villa.
Mhm.
You're gonna need some drinking rules for that time too.
Bless you. Every time they mention a name that you're like, I've never seen that name before, take a drink.
Anytime you would take a body shot off the person that's taking a body shot, you do a shot.
Yep.
What if you have to do a body shot off yourself?
No, you don't have to do the body shot. You could do a regular shot.
Okay.
But if somebody's there watching with you, you should probably do a body shot.
No, I am curious though. Are there people out there that can do auto body shots? I feel
you
like
put
that'd
it
be a
on your-
really.
You can put it on your hand. Is that not a body shot?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you have to define what you mean by body shot. too, when
In the
you-
general belly button area.
Probably. All right. So we do ratings. We do top,
Mhm.
middle, bottom, third, and we compare to different reality shows or other reality shows. Max, what's your rating?
Oh, why am I first? Bottom third. Middle. No, top of the bottom. It was such a bad show. I want to not watch more of. But it is so shameless. I felt emotions watching this show that are pretty rare for me. Mostly anger towards the producers. So yeah, bottom third, but top of the bottom, just for evoking something.
Noah, what's your rating?
I'm gonna go bottom third. That's pretty easy. I think it's middle of the bottom. Like, this isn't the worst thing we watched, but there's a lot of things that, like, even outside the morality of the show, if you take away the deep fake tech, it is Temptation Island Spanish, which I don't think deserves any like round of applause or anything. And for that, I think the casting's done well, but not necessarily like terribly enjoyable. So bottom, middle of the bottom.
So VJ, he gave this a top of the bottom.
Top of the bottom.
And we had Leah here, who gave this a bottom of the top.
Oh.
And I really wanted her to stay because I
Yeah.
needed somebody on this podcast that would champion the show. Unfortunately, she would
Gotta be
not
like-
stay.
We need to get more deep on that. Like, what do you?
No,
like, how do you get there?
I get
I can respect it.
Oh, I don't. I'm not like gonna say how do you do that. It's just more of like explain. Like, let's learn. You know.
you should call her on the
Change
call her
my
on the phone
mind.
right now.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right. So my rating, I don't think is going to surprise anyone. It's easily a bottom third show. It's kind of boring. There's way too many people. They're introduced way too quickly. You don't care. You spend half the time watching real or fake videos that like I really don't care about. And then the fact that the show is literally some of the cruelest things I've ever seen ever. It's gonna be bottom of the bottom. It's I thought Temptation Island was bad. Oof.
Yeah.
You get to the next level. Here we've done it. Don't do this.
Good job, everyone.
So bottom of the
So one thing we didn't talk about. Do you think this is going to open the door? Like,
for deepfake shows.
you could take this pretty far, right? Because just think of like so many of the reality shows, like they're basically it's Big Brother, right? They're basically trapped in an environment for a lot of the shows that we watch. And so you really can screw around these people's sense of reality.
I can't think of any other shows where you're like watching videos of other contestants, though.
No, not of other contestants, but you could
What if
really
it's like
stir
my mom,
people.
your dad situation?
That's the real reason they canceled it. They had to do a gritty reboot.
Like
know.
you could really screw around with people.
I mean, they are. That's the name of this game, and this.
No, but like you could pretend like the world is burning, right? Like this big event happened. Like you could really just turn the dials.
Yeah, I mean, did you ever see the video of people on Big Brother being informed about COVID?
No.
It's pretty nuts, but the contestants have to ask, like, is this real? Are you fucking with us? And the producer's like, no, it's really real. It would be really fucked up if they did this sort of shit.
Like, yeah, like you
I
don't
just
know
like
what to believe.
Okay, what's worse, this show or the one where they convinced them they were in space?
This show.
Like, that's what you're saying, though, is essentially that, right?
I mean, to a degree, yes, but I think you can make the implications like pretty harsh, right? I think COVID's a good example. Yeah.
Okay, I got an update. Brian also thought the show was the top third.
Okay.
Whoa.
I can't of all the days he can't be here.
We'll have to ask him for a follow-up next week.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this again next week. So listen next week, or the next time Brian's on. We'll have to get his reasoning behind it. Tell us what you thought about this show. Seems like a polarizing show. Tell us what you thought about this show on Twitter at Who Put This On. Vote in our poll.
Are we on Threads yet? Are we off of Twitter?
We're not off Twitter because I refuse to have Instagram, so I don't have Threads, and I'm the one doing social media. So if you want to do it, you can do Threads, but I'm not doing it. I'm not jumping down, going the meta route.
Let's see if it sticks before we make the jump.
Does it even have polls?
No.
It does?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, how am I going to do a poll?
I don't know for certain, but like it's pretty,
Yeah. How am I supposed to do a poll on Threads when there's no polls?
I mean,
figure it out, Chris. You're a smart guy.
Yeah, you can link to a poll like on a website or some shit.
Okay. Okay. Just come to Twitter for now, and you can email us.
Yeah.
We're on Facebook. We have an Instagram account. I just don't have access to it because I don't have Instagram.
Oh, so who has control of our Instas?
Brian. So he can really go hog wild with the show. Anyway,
so Brian could thread us.
Yeah, he could get us threads for sure.
Nice.
If we could get Who Put This On. Somebody else was stealing Who Put This On.
No.
What's the nomenclature names? I don't know. Online handles.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's why on TikTok we're Who Put This On podcast.
Talkie tick.
All right. So shout outs. So I saw the new Mission Impossible this weekend.
Ooh.
Mission Impossible : Dead Reckoning Part 1 or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. The action is phenomenal. This action's really good. They might have the worst MacGuffin of a Mission Impossible movie, which is impressive.
Yeah.
With the MacGuffin, like
an object or device in the movie that serves merely as a
trigger.
To
get or stop in the movie.
So what?
It's a thing that people need to get in the movie.
Chris, I want to say Mission Impossible 3, they never find out what the MacGuffin is.
I forget them. I just watched them all, and I still don't remember.
It's the one with Philip Seymour Hoffman. All you know is it has like a radioactive symbol on it or a like bioweapons symbol on it. And Benji
But-
mentions something about like, oh, an antimatter matter destroyer. Does this ring any bells?
I vaguely I remember Philip Seymour Hoffman. He was great.
He
And
was great.
I remember the bomb thing vaguely, but this is definitely worse than that.
Yeah,
I
have a
don't
hard
know.
time remembering movies.
I don't know if it's worse than like the Fast 7 where they have like some sort of cubes that come together and then somehow hacks all the cameras in the world.
Oh, God's Eye.
like what? What do you what?
This was
That's
better than
so
God's Eye.
silly. I mean, at least God's Eye like is a thing and becomes like a plot. Like this thing is, it's literally. I mean, slight spoiler. They're like looking for They're looking for keys, like literally keys. Like it's literally MacGuffin. Like you couldn't get more MacGuffin-y.
Chris,
MacGuffin-y.
Chris, how do you feel about the Ocarina of Time? What do you spend a fuck ton of time doing in that game?
Yeah, but like
Yep.
that's different than a movie. I'm not saying the MacGuffin makes this movie bad. I'm just saying is the weakest MacGuffin.
Agree to
I
disagree.
think it's a very good movie. I think it's 4.5 out of 5 stars.
What like? Why does the MacGuffin have to be interesting? Like,
Well, it's the same thing as having an uninteresting villain almost. You know, it's an opportunity to do a better job.
It's like why people, if you look at Raiders like Indiana Jones movies, right? So like a lot of those movies are like how good is the MacGuffin? Like you got Raiders of the Lost Ark, Ark of the Covenant, great. And then you got Temple of Doom, not a great MacGuffin.
Yeah.
I think it depends like how critical is the MacGuffin to the storyline.
Well, Mission Impossible, you're always trying to get the MacGuffin. Like that's the
I
thing.
see. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. But I mean, I guess let me push on that. Is it about the MacGuffin or the villain?
Both.
Right? Because like, yes, to a degree, it's both. But like, I think if the MacGuffin is just a means to demonstrate the conflict between the villain and the protagonist, then like, it's okay, right?
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I like this movie. I think it's like
it's not about that.
It's like in terms of my rankings, it's high up in my Mission Impossible rankings, which is saying a lot because I love the Mission Impossible movies. I'm just saying the MacGuffin is specifically weak. That's it.
I think the thing that, without spoiling anything, the thing that the key leads to is interesting.
No, I like the villain in the movie, and that maybe to Noah's point, like the villain definitely I think makes up in this movie for it.
Yeah. I think you got to choose one or the other, right? Like to create like a clear story. I think it's like this is me just spitballing. I don't know shit, but like the MacGuffin is a means of having a conflict between the good guy and the bad guy, or the bad guy is a means of just showing the importance of getting to the MacGuffin.
Okay, let me give you a counter example.
Yeah.
Let's go with Infinity Gauntlet.
Okay.
It's an interesting MacGuffin because he snaps his fingers and half the world disappears.
Yeah.
It's less about him, the villain's will, and his reasons for doing it. It's itself an interesting, what if we fuck up? What if we go wrong?
Yep.
Is that an okay counterexample where both the villain and the MacGuffin are interesting?
I think it's a great counterexample. Yeah.
Cool. I don't even care for Marvel movies that much, but I think it's a good counterexample.
I agree.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, join us next week for our another talk on the hero's journey. Another film topic.
Is this what Barbie's going to be about? The hero's journey, Barbie's dream house.
I'm sure it's going to be a hero's journey for sure.
What is the challenge Barbie faces? Her rejection from Barbie world.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about next. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Max, got any shout outs?
Not too much this week.
Mm.
Oh, Matt or Noah, you have any shout outs?
I am so excited. So I'm finally going to watch the final season of Better Call Saul.
Ooh.
I know. It's just such a nice present to get into that. So yeah, I'm just so happy to have that.
All right. Well, that's it for us this week. But next week, we're going to be watching, what's it called? Barbie Dreamhouse Challenge.
Is that what it's called?
Season 1, Episode 1. Ashley Graham hosts an epic renovation competition as 8 teams of HGTV stars create their first ever real life Barbie Dreamhouse.
This is gonna suck.
What do you think?
Know. Well,
what do you think your rating is gonna be?
Bottom third, middle of the bottom.
Noah?
I think bottom of the top.
I think it's gonna be middle. It's gonna be in the middle third.
Ooh, all over the place. I gotta say though, and we'll get into it next week. It is so impressive how many branded partnerships Mattel has gotten for this movie. It is nuts. Like, Barbie's everywhere right now.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone wants in on it.
Like when you Google Barbie, Google is taking over. It's pink. There's pink fireworks. Like,
I think also if you search Margot Robbie.
Yeah, it's Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling.
Yep.
There's a few of them, but like Google never does stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm watching it. That's crazy.
It's nuts. Like, I just don't know how they got this done. Like, it blows my mind. Blows my mind.
Well, I'm going to see Barbie on Saturday, so
Ooh.
well, you can talk about it next week.
Are you going to see Oppie? You going to see Oppie?
I'm going to. I don't know when though.
Hmm.
I'm not doing Barbenheimer. I don't think.
Yeah, I definitely want to go see the Oppie movie because I've been listening to the book for a while. It's 27 hours, so I'm at like hour 17 right now.
So you just want to skip ahead.
I want to see what they do. I mean,
you really got to power through. That's not like you got some time there.
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't know anything about him. In this book,
no spoilers. No spoilers. I haven't seen it.
But it's not. It's.
I don't care if it's spoilers for real life.
Real
it's still
life.
spoilers for the movie. You can talk about it after I see it.
That's okay.
Chris, can I spoil the ending of Passion of the Christ for you?
No, because I've seen that movie. So you can't spoil it.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's it for us this week. You can find us on Twitter at Who Put This On. Tell us what you thought about this show. You can find us on Facebook.com/Who Put This On. On Instagram at Who Put This On Podcast, I think. On TikTok, Who Put This On Podcast. You can email us questions, suggestions at whoputthison@gmail.com. And we'll see you guys next time.